I'm on my way back to Jackson, Wyoming. I almost canceled this trip, but somehow my car hit the road on August 5th. I was really disappointed with the Days Inn in Kanab. Fortunately, I was able to cancel the reservation for the return trip and get a room at the Comfort Inn, a much nicer hotel. I did do a little walk over to the Levi Stewart Memorial Park. Levi Stewart accompanied Brigham Young to Utah in 1869 to seek out locations for a new Mormon settlement. He also became the first Mormon bishop of Kanab, Utah in 1870. We got a huge downpour in Evanston, Wyoming that evening. Consequently, the next day when I hit the road, I ran into unbelievable fog. I could barely see 10 feet in front of my car, and I haven't driven in fog in over 32 years. Also, I'm supposed to do a 2-night backpacking trip in the Tetons, but by the time I left Evanston, I had doubts due to sore knees and a shoulder. Antler Inn was able to accommodate me for those 2 nights, so I would spend the time day hiking and poking around town. I spent a lot of time walking around town and through the residential areas. I even saw a deer in a local park that really didn't look like a park. Plus, several houses had amazing flowers, black-eyed Susans, pansies, daylilies, blanket flowers, cone flowers, and garden petunias. And I managed to take my tripod out one evening to get some night photos. This relaxed pace and not worrying about getting gear together for a backpacking trip suited me just fine. Plus, I will get to see the Tetons from the east side on my hikes instead of the west on the Teton Crest Trail. My first hike was around the west side of Jenny Lake to Hidden Falls. I didn't think it would be that bad, but the altitude that I was not used to had other ideas. My plan was to do an out and back, but I misjudged the effort it would take me to do the hike, and my water. So I paid the $12 and took the boat back.
Sky high, busy life, I wanna leave. Oh, muscle tight, early light, cleanse down jaw. Say my name or say it twice. Shed this layer of overthinking. Oh, I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me. The wicked drowning water, let go wicked water. Wicked drowning water. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me and cleanse me. The wicked drowning water, let go wicked water. Wicked drowning water. Let's go on the longest journey far away. See elephant out in the wild. Forget every word we've ever known. Sunrise, sunset, hopes and dreams and regret. Now it's all the same. Call me out from my shadow self. It's time I can tell. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me.
Next, I did the drive to Death Canyon Trailhead. Almost. When I got to the dirt road, I took the sign that said, 4-wheel drive recommended, at face value, and parked. That meant I would have to hike a mile to get to the trail. And, after seeing the road, I could have made it at least a half mile, maybe 3/4. Oh well, I enjoyed the hike anyway, and only went a little past the Phelps Lake overlook. The hike to Taggart Lake turned out to be a most enjoyable hike. I was going to do the entire loop to Taggart and Bradley Lakes, but decided to just do Taggart today. Later, I will be happy. Most of the trail was delightful, but one section took me through a totally eerie portion that was dark, had very tall trees, with leaves way up there to block the sun, and the ground was devoid of plants. This was Teton's version of the Black Forest. But I made it to the lake and actually had it all to myself for about 10 minutes. The hike to String and Leigh Lakes is the hike I should have started with to get used to the elevation. Easy, wide path with minimal elevation change. There were a few more people on the trail, but I got here a bit later than my other hikes. Still, it was very pleasant with gorgeous views of the mountains, including Mount Moran, and paddle boarders on the lakes.
We let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go.
The hike to Bradley Lake starts at the Taggart Lake trailhead and follows the same route for a mile before you branch off to the right to go to Bradley Lake. My main excitement on this trail was when I lost the trail after missing a switchback. Then there was a steep downhill that I had to come back up. By the time I got to the lake, I was too lazy to go around this other trail to see if I could find a more open view of the lake.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
My main reason for coming back to Wyoming was to go to the Snake River overlook. However, I was really disappointed that you couldn't see the winding river because the Park Service planted trees, and they actually grew a lot since Ansel Adams took his photo of the Snake River winding below the mountains in 1942. Yet, it was still a beautiful sight. Even though I read reports of bear sightings on the trails I did, these are the only bears I saw. My record still stands for never seeing a bear in all my decades of hiking in black bear and grizzly country. Maybe it's my singing?